Hello kids, how are you today? It's Thursday, 10 a.m. and I'm at school as you can see. But my friend in Australia is sleeping because it's Friday, 12 a.m. midnight there. So today's story is about time at school and at home from different places in the world. So let's go.
So here we are, dear students. As I said before, today we're going to talk about time at school and at home. But before that, we need to know some vocabulary to understand the story. So as usual, we have the side words and the story words. Very important words to understand the story. So we're going to please repeat these words. Morning, morning, once, once, work, work, school, school. So now I'm going to say a sentence using these words. For example, the first one, morning, we could say, I ate breakfast this morning. That's a very good sentence because you're using the word in context. So I'm going to read other sentences that contain these words. Look at the images right now. For example, look at this boy. What is he doing? Let's find out. It's Monday morning. Once I wake up, I will eat breakfast. That's a very good sentence. You're using this word here. You're using morning and once. So after you wake up, in this case, he says, I will eat breakfast. Now, look at this other image. You have kids, they are at school, and what are they doing? They say, we were hard in school. Good. Yes, they are working hard right now. So now let's find out about these story words. Moment, moment, different, different, country, country. Look at the image. What are they doing? What is this? Let's find out. Let's look at this map for a moment. What different countries do you see? Can you see the country they are looking at? This is Greenland. It is part of a country called Denmark. So that's the country. It's Denmark, and they're looking at this map. So as you can see, we can use all these words in context. So we need to use them trying to create sentences. And that's what you're going to do right now. You're going to pick one word from either box and you're going to use the word in a sentence. Now let's go into the story. So this is about the story. So first question, who is in the story? As you can see, there are different characters. And as I told you before, different kids around the world. You have Mark, Star, Carl, Jane, Ned, and Dar. So where and at what time does this story happen? As you can see, we have different countries in different continents. We have, for example, Germany, United States, Argentina, China, India, and Kenya, and different cities from different countries as well. So guys, this is the cover. Time at school and at home. As you can see, this boy, remember his name? He's Mark, and he wants to know something. In this case, he wants to find out information about children from other countries. He uses a globe that shows him the time in different countries around the world. So excellent, Mark. So let's find out more about these kids around the world. Let's read. My name is Mark. This morning I will find out about kids from different lands. I will use this globe. This globe will show where kids live. I will read a book. I will read about kids in other lands. It will be fun to work and find out new facts. So guys, excellent. Let's continue with the story. So it will help you to get ready for the reading if you think about the different ways that time is important to children all over the world. For example, how do you tell what time is it at home or in school? What are some activities you do at certain times at home, in school? What are some activities these children probably do at certain times, just like you do? Think about that just for a moment. And as you can see here, on page 263, what does green and blue represent on the globe? And what do you see on the diagram that is not explained in the text? Let's find out. Green means land on this globe. Blue means water. I will send a note to girls and boys in each country. I will ask them to tell me lots of things. I can ask how girls and boys go to school, and I can learn what games they play. So first question, what does green and blue represent on the globe? Very easy. The green is land and the blue is water, right? So what do you see on the diagram that is not explained in the text? So we have, there are clocks and labels. And what are these labels showing? They're showing different times around the world. So for example, here in Denver, it's 8 a.m. and in Buenos Aires, Argentina, it's noon. So it's different, it's not the same. So let's find out more about these kids. For example, from Denver, Colorado, this is Star in the morning. Star rides a bus to school. Star likes to share a seat with her best friend. This is Carl. Carl likes to eat lunch with his friends. Carl has fun in each moment of the day. As you can see, he is from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Next, this is Jane and her dad. After school, Jane and her dad visit a big park. As you can see, it's huge, it's big, and they will go home when it gets dark. Finally, oh, I see 3 boys. These boys like to play soccer after school. Once the boys won a big game, today Jim, Sam, and Ned will play and then go home to eat. As you can see, different places, Germany and Kenya, and different times as well. 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. So there are many questions that we can make based on these 2 pages. For example, let's think about what we have read and look at on these pages. So to learn more about school children all over the world, it's helpful to arrange this information in sequence or time order. Number 1, for example, what does Star do at 8 a.m. each morning? Pretty good. Second question, when and where does Carl eat lunch? I know you can answer that question. What do Jane and her dad do at 4 p.m.? And finally, what do schoolboys do in Kenya at 6 p.m.? Now, let's move on to the next page. As you can see right now, this is Hannah. Hannah will do her work when she gets home. Once Hannah is done, she will rest. Very good. Next, this is Dar. Dar has had a long day. He likes to work hard. He had fun at school. He had fun at home. Now it's time for sleep. So let's think about we learn on this page about Hannah and Dar. First question for you, as you can see here. What does Hannah do when she gets home from school? I know you can answer that. Next question. What is Dar doing at 11 o'clock at night? As you can see, he is doing something. What do you do on school days at 7:30 each night? Remember that. I know you remember that. Next question, this time for you. What are you doing every night at 11 o'clock? Maybe sleeping? Hope so. And finally, what have you learned by reading this selection about school children in other countries? I think you have learned that these kids do the same kinds of activities at the same time of the day that you do. So school children all over the world do the same things. Excellent. Yes, that's good, guys. So now you are able to answer questions specifically thinking over. Remember that 4 questions, very simple. Question number 1, what does Mark want to find out? Number 2, what does green mean on Mark's globe? Number 3, how does Star go to school? I know you know that. And finally, would you like to visit any of the places you read about and why? So very simple, you're going to write your answers right here in this worksheet, and after that you're going to the next worksheet, which is vocabulary. This is a side words and story words. So you're going to read the sentences and circle those side words in blue, color blue, and the story words in color red. Very simple. Here, remember to cross the words out. And number 2, complete the sentences with the corresponding side or story words. Very simple. Same thing here. For example, letter A, in South America, the biggest is Brazil. So you're going to choose one of these words here. Very simple. Finally, this is what I learned. You have 4 questions. Number 1, how many countries are there in the story? Very simple. Number 2, Mark will read a book about. Remember the book. Yeah. One choice is the correct answer. Number 3, after school, Jane and her dad visit. So a big park, a big mall, or a famous zoo. And finally, Jim, Sam, and Ned like to play A, basketball, B, soccer, and C, volleyball. So very simple, guys. This is it. Today's reading. Time at school and at home.
So this is it, dear students. It's 5 p.m. in the afternoon, so I'm going home right now. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. So I hope to see you soon. Take care and bye-bye.